Alright, continuing on with the Tier 2 of 2019 Mustang. We got NASCAR at the Brickyard and the Hockenheim. And you notice only the last NASCAR race requires PR, the first one doesn't. And I've got the first tier racing dollar upgrades all completed on Mustang here, so I should be able to at least complete tier 3 and go through complete at least 2 race events, not the last NASCAR, which will require PR requirement higher than what you can attain with the racing dollars only. So that would be the tier 4. So until then I don't have to decide quite yet if I want to invest any gold on any of these cars. So, but for now, starting with double lapper. I don't know, I like the look of the Mustang though, out of the 3. You know, I like the fact that Camry does have the higher top speed, but I don't know, what can I say, I'm vain. You know, those new Mustangs look pretty mean. And Camaros, I don't know, they're okay. Last year I got the Camaro, so, and as you guys all know, I haven't driven it once since. Because I suffered a case of NASCARitis. Too much NASCAR. It's the fact that you end up running the same race multiple times with more or less the same cars. I mean, they're cosmetically obviously slightly different, but when you're racing like I'm doing right now, which is the cockpit view, maybe that's my problem. I should not race in cockpit view where everything looks the same. You know, this is from inside the car. The dashboard looks exactly the same, steering wheel, everything. The roll bar, you know, there's a slight paint that you can see. Obviously Mustang's that red, so okay, that's different, but you know, there's not enough variety. I think that's the problem with these. But then again, you know, I cannot be too hard on the developers since I don't really have a solution. I mean, it's a NASCAR race. How many different variations do you have aside from whatever happens in a tight pack race, right? So better AI maybe? And of course, you know, I'm not necessarily helping that cause here because I'm winning by minimal margin, or you know, trying not to win by overkill. So maybe, you know, it is on me then for making the game not as exciting. I don't know. Once I decide on if and when, which one I am going to go for winning, maybe I will be a little bit more competitive. But you know, 3 hour service time, it's let's see, how many ads is that? 6 ads? 6 or 7 ads, right? For 3 hours. Alright, so no ad there, that's good. Now I'm like after a race, you know, like if I don't have to watch an ad, it's like a good day. Talk about adjusting your standard. Right? Alright, so considering that my car is in red, my top speed obviously has been decreased down to 181 mph. Acceleration is going to be the key for speed snap, so 3.84 seconds. But let's find out what the target is here. 150.8. Of course, speed snap at Brands Hatch takes place on that last corner heading towards the finish line. Down this straight that we see. Yes, we start closer. Is it the McLaren corner? Yeah. But you know, where none of this really matters. The beginning section of it doesn't matter. Only part that really matters is gonna be where the finish line is, where they measure your speed as you're crossing the line. Alright, the target is 150. Get a little bit of a not even close. 142, huh? That's still 5th place, but obviously that is not a podium finish, which means, am I stuck here? Do I need to service the car? But generally when you're finishing 5th, that means there's somebody behind you, which means you can train the bots. The thing that I was just talking about, maybe I should not do. You know what, let's try again and see if Logano Joey shows up at the top. No, that's completely reshuffled. So that roster display went away too quick. I didn't even see the target speed. So we'll find out here. 150 again. Even slower. Alright, so this is probably not gonna happen now. Well, I guess we'll see if we... this is taking too long. I don't know if I necessarily wanna put that much effort into slowing down the bots. Anyway, so you know what, for now we'll move on. We'll do the NASCAR race at Hockenheim, and then we'll come back for the speed snap after I service it. So this car is gonna require me to service. Interesting. Alright, so we got Hockenheim National, the grid of 8. I do enjoy reading the ticker at the top. It just looks cool. With your name flashing. And of course these cars you cannot customize either, which is another kind of a disappointing fact about them, but oh well. At least they're not as plain as Ferraris, right? At least we have a selection of liveries to choose from. Of course, I wouldn't pay gold to get extra liveries, since if you fully upgrade your car, they are available to you for free, so yeah. Don't spend your gold on buying those liveries or the vinyl packs or extra paints. You know, save up to fully upgrade your car. It'll cost you a lot less that way. And of course, the thing about these non-NASCAR tracks like Hockenheim or Brands Hatch, drafting becomes a little less relevant because, at least I feel like they're a little less relevant because the distance that you get to build up your speed based on your opponent, you know, there are lots of curves. Under normal circumstances, that is a fun track, right? Like Circuit of the Americas. That thing has tons of curves. So not very good for, you know, testing out your drafting. But you know, for other cars that does not have that feature, they're fine. So let's see. But I don't mind racing on these tracks. Of course, Hockenheim, I suck at this track. National's okay. I don't suffer as badly at National as I do at the Grand Prix. The Hockenheim Grand Prix just, I don't know what it is about this track. I don't know. It's not one of my favorite tracks. I actually like Hockenheim Short. I think that's kind of cool, very narrow, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe the fact that during some of the special events, Hockenheim has been the track where many gold has been spent on upgrading the car. Maybe that's why I don't like it. I don't know. Or it cuts the other way too, right? I ended up spending more gold because I suck at this track, so. But anywho, we've gotten through this one in first try, so that's a win. But I'm gonna have to get this car serviced now because yeah, that speed snap not letting me through. That's a-okay. So we got 2 other cars to race still, so not really hung up on, you know, obviously if I get gold upgrades on this car now, I'm sure I can get through. But as I said in previous video, I want to try out these cars a little bit before I invest any gold onto them, because once you start spending gold, there's no turning back, you know what I mean? So alright, so that does it for this video, and we'll see you in the next. Take care.